Next defendant is 2014-292, State of Arkansas versus Mitch Simpson.
Mr. Simpson is a client of the Public Defender's Office. Your Honor, there's no action to take in this matter today. We discussed a potential plea offer that has not, at this point, been successful. Your Honor, I've talked to Mr. Etheridge about the possibility of a bond reduction in this case, and I'd like to address that when the court is ready to hear that.
Right. Well, the first thing the court's going to do, there was an appearance in front of Judge Buckman for Mr. Simpson on January 8th. He entered a plea of not guilty on that date, and was set over to this date because he's on this court's docket. I'm setting it by scheduling order for trial, June 22nd. I'll set a pre-trial for May 7th. And his next reappearance in court will be ordered for April 23rd. I'm showing the Public Defender's Office represents him, and we'll go forward on that basis. If he's ready for plea sooner than that April 23rd, of course, he can come back to court on either either February or March 12th under that plea.
Your Honor, I think the current bond is set at $30,000. Is my accurate in that?
Yes.
Your Honor, I would move at this time on behalf of Mr. Simpson, the bond be reduced to an amount of $10,000. Your Honor, his criminal history, I believe, will be a score of 1. That would be misdemeanors, and it would be offenses that would be committed a significant period of time ago. This gentleman has not been in trouble, as I understand it, for a long period of time. Your Honor, I think that both Mr. Etheridge and the court are going to want to know where Mr. Simpson would live if he is out on a bond. Your Honor, I would ask him if he can hear me at this point to tell the court where he would live if he is released on bond.
313 Newton.
I'm sorry?
313 Newton, Mountain Home, Arkansas.
Is that a residence that you have, or are you going to be living with somebody else?
My mother, Diane Crook.
And do you have Mr. Simpson, do you have the permission of your mother to live there?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, with the normal stipulations of the court, I would ask that the bond be reduced to $10,000 with the understanding that he would live at the address on Newton Street that he just gave to the court.
What says the state? Bond will be set at $10,000. As always in these type of cases, it will be conditioned upon non-use or possession of any type of alcohol or controlled substances, and that'll be where the bond will be set.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Right. You may be excused, sir. Your next appearance in court, Mr. Simpson, is ordered for April 23rd.
All right.
2014-294, State of Arkansas versus Christopher Lee.
Your Honor, Mr. Lee was previously arraigned in front of Judge Buckman. I believe he appears today just to be placed on the order, scheduling order.
Right. Mr. Lee, the court is going to set your case by a scheduling order for trial June 22nd, the week of June 22nd. Pre-trial is scheduled for May 7th, and you're ordered to reappear on the 23rd of April. There'll be a written scheduling order that'll set out all those dates and a bunch of other dates in regard to this case. You need to stay in good communication with your attorney, Mr. Downham, and make sure you're back in court on those dates. Is there an issue of bond at this point?
There is, Your Honor. His bond, I believe the affidavit, there's some confusion. I believe the affidavit shows $30,000 as his bond. I mean, I believe the jail has him at $50,000.
Well, the actual information lists $30,000, but I see on the affidavit, Judge Gerhardt had set it at $50,000. I would so I'm going to rule that because Judge Gerhardt signed that one, it's $50,000 set by a judge.
Regardless of the number, Your Honor, he's been in custody since December 15th. He's been unable to make $30,000 or $50,000. I've spoken with his mother. She's in court here today. He would be staying with her, and I believe the most that she could bond him out at would be $15,000. He has no prior criminal history, any felony criminal history. I don't believe he has any misdemeanors as well.
What says the state? Is there any basis to this is a co-defendant with Mr. Simpson? Is there any reason to distinguish between the bond we set in Mr. Simpson and Mr. Lee?
You know, at this time, no. As long as he's going to reside with his mother, I have no contact with him. Companies going to have
Bond to be set at $10,000, conditioned as Mr. Simpson's was on under no circumstances be in possession or around any amount of controlled substance or alcohol.
Sure. Thank you.
All right. You need to stay in touch with your attorney and be back in court on April 23rd. You may be excused now.
Yes, sir.